My favourite thing about coming to a Labour Party conference, apart from all the swag, is getting to hear from the wonderful, passionate and diverse delegates on this floor. Because as we know in the Labour movement, representation matters. So now that you have had a taste of what it is like to not be seen, perhaps you will join me in asking the CAC, will they ensure that those chairing sessions follow the rules stipulated and also commit to working with disabled representatives such as Disability Labour to ensure that future conferences are truly accessible? We need justice for all those with invisible disabilities, including post-viral illness and those whose lives have been devastated by long COVID.
Does the CAC think that this behaviour is in line with our rapidly waning claim to be a democratic party?
Throughout conference, there seems to have been a lack of representation of speakers from the West Midlands region, just over there.
The recent ethnic inequalities in health, a rapid evidence review from the NHS Race Health Observatory, highlights the poor experience and worst health outcome experienced by Black and Asian minorities group in the NHS.
Michael Aiden, I'm from Norwich, but here I'm a delegate for Labour International because I live in California.
The government is cracking down on students' right to organise with its so-called free speech bill. Conference students are not an afterthought and we are not an embarrassing sideshow for our party.
I am standing here as a neurodiverse woman who's bred her own small neurodiverse tribe. I feel obligated to let you know that Black women are disproportionately, the statistics are disproportionate in terms of infant mortality and also in terms of dying while trying to give birth or having children. In addition to that, Black men are disproportionately sectioned and overloaded with drugs rather than, as the lady who spoke earlier said, given therapeutic treatment.
Do you remember Thatcher's Britain? One of being cold in your own home, with the perpetual fear of debt and disconnection? That should have been consigned to the history books. I am proud to be an NHS doctor, and I'm also proud to be a socialist. I know that we cannot divorce the person from their social class, gender, race and background. Rising crime, a brittle and divided society, a broken social media brimming with hate for millions. Modern life means poor mental health.
The Bevan model of universal healthcare is cost-effective and equitable, as the profit motive is removed from planning and delivering services. What we need now is emergency funding, more staff with better pay and unionised jobs, reopening closed NHS beds and theatres, and permanently build up NHS capacity to deal with the backlog.
And in Wales, I'll take... is there a woman from Wales that wants to speak? Good morning, conference. Anita Okunde, Northwest Young Labour BAME rep. Now, this Sunday, I'll be attending Oxford University, the first from my secondary school.
Millie May Rubin, first-time delegate and youth officer for Leeds East.
On the surface, my son and I would seem to be okay. After all, I'm classed as a middle-class professional and I've got a doctor in my title, something I'm very proud, working-class background, and achieved my doctorate. However, to reliably feed my son, I relied on food banks, social supermarkets and kind friends. My son is 17 and he deserves a full belly.
Conference, when I was selected to be a delegate, I was excited to take part in debates and decision making. When discussing accessibility yesterday, I was reminded that there is a ramp there. But this lectern may as well be at the top of a mountain if our disabled community isn't invited to speak at it.
Rachel showed how Labour would govern with competence, class and care, with her as the UK's first ever female Chancellor.